So welcome back to some more Pokemon SoulSilver. Last time, we got through the rest of the Union Cave stuff we could take care of, and made our way past Cliff Edge, where we made our way to the Safari Zone. And this time, we are definitely checking out the Safari Zone, because, oh boy, there's a lot of things we can do here. First of all, first thing I recommend, make a spot open in your party. Just keep that in mind. I'm gonna put Plague in here, because, hey, it fits your lonely nature, I guess. That's really sad in the context. Okay, plus I want to go and talk to some of these people in here. After a long walk in the mountains to find a Pokemon Center, when you're just about to fall flat, then it feels like you're in paradise. I can imagine. Those who come to a Pokemon Center often take good care of their Pokemon. Wouldn't you agree? I'd say I agree. Despite me putting my HM Slave in the PC for a long time. So, this entire episode's probably just going to be the Safari Zone, because, oh boy, there's a lot of things to talk about. Hi, I've been waiting for you. What do you think? This is a brand new Safari Zone. By the way, I just had an idea. Would you like to take the owner aptitude test? Sure. Right on. Let me explain how the test works. It's very easy. All you have to do is catch one Geodude at the Safari and show it to me. They're in the grass closest to the entrance. It shouldn't take too long before you catch one. Good luck. Huey. Isn't this one of the guy... Okay, I thought he was asking for a rematch. So the Safari Zone is quite interesting. Over here, there's the Link one, which we'll never talk about. There's really no reason to talk about it. Welcome to the Safari Zone. For 500, you can play the game. Nice thing is that there's no time limit with this. It's just a ball limit. 30 balls. We'll call for you when you run out of Pokeballs. Or Safari Balls. Yeah, Safari Balls. Very unique Pokeball. Welcome to the Safari Zone, and this place has a lot of things going for it. So, the way the Safari Zone works, you have 6 major areas in a 3x2 grid. Or no, it's 2x3. Yes, that's how grids work. Is it all just one? Oh, okay. So this is pretty randomly generated at the beginning. You'll see more about this later. So over here, I believe this is mountain. We'll talk more about the areas in a sec. We got marshland up here. What's over to the right? Looks like plains or meadow, I guess. You got desert over here. Interesting. What's down here? Or maybe this is desert. Or maybe that's savanna. I don't know. So our main goal right now is to go and catch a Geodude, and yes, there are a crap ton of Pokemon in this place. There's a lot of new Pokemon we can catch. There's one of them. Okay, so this is the peak biome. Okay, that confirms that. I'll get into more about the Pokemon in a second, because I do want to just go and find the Geodude. He should be in the peak, though, right? Hi, Magneton. Hi, buddy. How you doing? I'm just going to leave you be. Let's go over to the desert area, like that's up here. So the Safari Zone has a lot going for it. There's a lot of things that the Safari can grant us. So, Magnemite. Okay. So as we're trying to find this Geodude, there is one thing I want to talk about. Actually, it's better to talk about it when we get into a fight. And yes, Ampharos is just kind of here for no reason. Where is a Geodude, man? Jesus. Alright, there's gotta be a Geodude. It's in a desert area, come on. Oh, hi. That's a rare spawn. Okay, so what does that confirm? Where am I? That's Rocky Beach, no. Oh, this is Wasteland. Okay, that's a rare spawn, though. Okay, I probably want to go down, then. Again, there's a lot of new Pokemon. I'll talk about them in a sec. I just want to find this damn Geodude first. Eventually. Hopefully. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Can't Geodude just pop up in this area? I believe this is the mountain biome or something? There it is. Jesus, that took way too long. Okay. What I wanted to talk about is that, yes, we don't send out our own Pokemon. we have the option to run away, we have bait, mud, and ball. Bait, what that does is it will entice a Pokemon to stay longer, but your catch rate will decrease. Mud does the opposite. You throw it at a Pokemon, they will have a higher chance to flee, but they'll increase the encounter rate, or the catch rate. Honestly, I just trust the balls in this case. Now, for rarer Pokemon, you may want to do the bait thing to try to keep them there longer, but for stuff like Geodude, you don't really need it. Random Geodude is ours. Hey, at least it's good that I never caught one before. And if you want to name this Geodude, be my guest. We're done for right now. So, let's get out of here. You still have Safari Balls? Yes, I want to leave. Certainly. Please return any Safari Balls you may have remaining. Did you have fun? Please come again. Oh, wonderful. You've caught a Geodude. You've passed the first test. Huh? Didn't I tell you there were 2 tests? That's right. Becoming an owner is not that easy. The second test is... well, I'm still preparing for it. I'll let you know when it's ready. You just need to wait a little. I will call you with the Pokegear. That is something that I'm going to have to talk about in a sec, but I want to check something first. Okay, I want to go back into the Safari Zone. I think we have access to the Peak biome. As I said, these biomes are randomized every playthrough when you first come here. There will be a mechanic later about that, but there's a Pokemon I want to try to find, and if it is here... I did look up what the place looks like. Oh, this is Peak. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. Or no, that is not what I wanted. Never mind. Shoot, what was it? I think it was Mountain, actually. I want to run away from this. Let me look it up real quick again. Okay, I now know what the area looks like, because there's a specific biome I'm looking for. So this is something different. A lot of the biomes look the same, that's why I'm not exactly sure which one's which. If it's the thing I'm thinking of, though, I'm gonna have to wait until I can actually catch the Pokemon I want to catch. I'm hoping it's just down here. Oh, this might be it. Oh, it is it. Okay, I remember. Okay. There is a Pokemon I want to find here. So, if you're not lucky like me, you're gonna have to wait till Boba calls you back, which is 3 hours in game. So, or at least it's around 3 hours. It could be IRL time, but it usually takes him a while for him to call you. So, as we're trying to find the Pokemon I'm trying to find here, there's a lot of encounters to go over, so bear with me as we got a lot of encounters to talk about. Starting off with Peak. In the Peak area, we saw that when we first walked in, we can find Magnetons. It's pretty much the same thing that applies to, well, Magnemite. He's a really good Pokemon. You can't evolve him, unfortunately, into Magnezone in this gen, so you can't really do anything about that, but hey, it's here if you want it. It's a good Pokemon. Another new Pokemon you can get in the Peak biome is Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet will have another opportunity to get in the future, but it's kind of got a good thing going for it. It is a really gimmicky Psychic type, but it's super tanky, and it will... I'm getting a phone call from Alabama. Why? No. Just... I'm looking on my phone trying to make sure I can look at the encounter rates and stuff. So, its gimmick is it has the moves Mirror Shot and Counter. What those moves do is, well, it's the name Counter. It will just, what's it? If you use Mirror Shot, it will counter any special type or special attacking move. Counter does physical, and it reflects a crap ton of damage back at the user. Or, well, at the opposing Pokemon, I should say. So, it can be really dangerous, especially in competitive fights, because you don't really know what the thing will use. However, you would have to require a lot of knowledge of movesets to really utilize the thing well. Otherwise, it's just a big gimmick. The biggest thing with it, though, is it does have the ability of Shadow Tag. So, if you don't want Pokemon to run away from you, there you go. I will say, though, while this is the earliest place you can catch it, there is a much easier method of catching it. I do not want to catch this Raticate, I am stupid. Please don't catch this. I really don't want this Raticate. Please don't. Okay, thank God. I don't want the Raticate. I did not mean to catch you. I'm getting distracted by so many things. So, starting off in the desert biome, you can find Cubone. A decently tanky ground type, it can be a powerhouse with the right moves. In this game, however, most of its really good moves are locked behind TMs, unfortunately, so at least it still has its signature move of Bone Meringue and Bone Rush, which are really good physical attacking ground type moves, but that's about it. It also can get the ability of Lightning Rod, so honestly, I just go for Rockhead, take advantage of recoil damage. Along with Cubone, you can find its evolved form of Marowak nearby, in the same area. Same thing kind of applies. I'm not really going to say much about Marowak, because it's just better Cubone. In the Plains biome, you can find Smeargle. One of the weirdest normal types. I mentioned him before in the Ruins of Alph. You can find him there. Its gimmick is that it only knows the move Sketch, and its entire move pool is based upon you using Sketch to copy moves of other opposing Pokemon. While, yes, it does sound really bad, and it is extremely hard to raise it as that, it can be a stupidly unpredictable and competitively viable Pokemon as a result. Because Sketch is not limited to just any move. It can take any move, including legendary exclusive moves like Spatial Rend or something like that. So, if you want something really funny and weird and have the time to just mess around with it, go ahead, get Smeargle. It's funny. In the Meadow biome, we can actually start getting Clefairy here. Clefairy is a balanced special attacking normal type. It's actually not a bad pick. Be aware that its move pool is really screwed when it's evolved, so make sure you at least get Meteor Mash and Light Screen before fully evolving it into a Clefable. As for its fully evolved form, it is a jack of all trades. It does decent damage, it can learn weirdly viable moves, it learns a lot of different things, weirdly enough, along with Fire Blast. It's not bad. Jigglypuff, however, is a more offensive and health-based version of Clefairy. It can also be a good powerhouse, however, its speed is bad and it can be pretty frail, so I do consider it a worse Clefairy in that regard. Not really much to say about Jigglypuff and Clefairy. Just make sure you have a Moonstone to evolve those if you're going to use one. Along with, I did not mean to use a Safari Ball, goddammit. Along with those two, you can find Skiploom. Don't catch this Magneton. Okay, good. You can find Skiploom as well in the same area of Meadow. God, no. Don't, no. I've talked about this with Hoppip. Skiploom is just, it's technically a little better, but there's really not much going for it. It's a grass flying type that has nothing to really show for it besides like Chlorophyll and Solar Beam. In the water, I believe it has water, but you can also find Marill here. This is probably one of the easier ways to find a Marill in this game, because Marill's really weird to find. It's a decent water type that can do a lot of stuff. While it does look lackluster, it has a really good ability of Huge Power, which just straight up just jacks its attack stat up. It does a lot more damage than you would think, especially as an Azumarill. To maximize this thing, however, breed to get it with the move of Belly Drum. This will maximize its attack stat, but have its HP. Unfortunately, this can only be accomplished by breeding it with the Poliwag family, so it can be difficult to actually get that move on it. However, it's not a bad Pokemon if you want to run with it. Learn some pretty good moves, and yeah, it has a decent, that ability of Huge Power is just amazing on it. Speaking with Poliwag, you can get Poliwhirl here. I was going to talk about Poliwhirl before, but there's really no point in talking about Poliwhirl until now. As I said with Poliwag, it's a good Pokemon. It's a good water type, and, well, with Poliwhirl here, you have the option of evolving it into a Poliwrath or a Politoed if you can. It's got pretty good viability. I do recommend it. In the forest biome, you can find Mr. Mime. A weirdly good psychic type, actually. It's purely a special attacker with crazy special defense for some reason. It mostly likes to set up, setting up moves like Light Screen and Reflect, then dealing some pretty decent damage with Psychic. However, it can be a powerhouse with Psychic as well with that, and it shares the beauty of Psychic types by learning a bunch of different types of moves. such as Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, and Energy Ball. It is a little frail though, so just be careful when using this thing. Otherwise, it can be a good setupping Psychic type with pretty good unpredictability. In Swamp Biome, you can find Hypno. It's the evolved form of Drowsy. I guess if you want it here, it's fine. It's not that good of a Psychic type. It doesn't have anything to show for it. It's just very mediocre at best. At nighttime, you can find Murkrow in the swamp. Murkrow is pretty rare as it is, and it's a good dark flying type that can have good moves like Wing Attack and Feint Attack. It also learns some pretty interesting moves from TM such as Steel Wing and Thief. However, kind of like Misdreavus, its full evolution is locked past post-game, so you're going to be stuck with a Murkrow for a long time. If you're going to use this thing, definitely put an Eviolite on it if you can get it, and get the ability of Super Luck on it. Super Luck is oh my god, there it is! Okay, that's the Pokemon I was trying to find. I'll talk more about Murkrow in a second. Larvitar can be found here. This is the peak biome, so it's gonna go away from Swamp for a sec. Larvitar is stupidly powerful, and this is the earliest time you can actually find it. You can't really find this thing very easily, and not a lot of people know you can get it here. Please get it in the Pokeball. It is a monster of a pseudo-legendary. It is a really good Pokemon. I highly recommend trying to get it. It has really good moves while leveling up. And Tyranitar, its fully evolved form, is just overpowered as hell. It learns really good moves, has decent typing. Yeah, definitely go for it. Please, Larvitar. This thing's also extremely hard to catch. One. No. This thing also likes to run away. Don't do it. Okay, you're still watching. This is why I don't mess around with bait or anything, because it's just a waste of a Pokeball. Come on. Come on. I really want you. No! Yeah, we'll talk more about Larvitar in a bit, because, yeah, he's the reason I'm here. Continuing with Murkrow, just get it with Super Luck. That's pretty much all I had to say about it. It came back immediately and swapped genders on me. Okay, I don't have anything against that, personally. You're just a really good Pokemon to begin with. I actually really love Larvitar. It's an awesome Pokemon. I was trying to butter you up, man! Alright, well, I was extremely lucky to run into it twice, back to back. Whatever. Alright, onwards with more bios. In the Marshland biome, you can find Arbok. We talked about Ekans before. It's better Ekans. It does pretty decent damage, but hey, if you want to skip this, hey, there's another Larvitar! If you want to skip Ekans' line, go for Arbok here. It's not a bad Pokemon, just very limited. 1, 2, 3. Come on! Don't tease me. You suck. I'm not giving up on this Larvitar. I will catch this damn thing. I really want it. And no dice. Okay. Just keep in mind, too, that Larvitar here will only spawn during the morning and daytime. It cannot show up at night. So, talking more about other Pokemon. In the Marshland biome still, you can find Grimer. A tanky, physical attacking poison type. Its potential is just completely ruined by its move pool. Until you hit level 44 with the thing, you don't get any physical poison moves to take advantage of. Along with that, most of its TMs are special moves, which is really weird for it. Overall, it's not a bad Pokemon. There's just better poison types out there, especially since Coughing and Wheezing exist. Speaking of Coughing and Wheezing, you can also find Wheezing here. It's good if you want to skip Coughing's line. Wheezing's a great special defensive poison type Pokemon. Just, yeah, really not much to say with Coughing. It's a good poison type. Now we've reached the biome that I'm in. Lickitung is a new Pokemon you can find here. This thing becomes a monster of a normal type, and becomes a really good Pokemon to use in Heart Gold and SoulSilver because of its new evolution of Licky Licky. Unlike other locked-off evolutions, Lickitung can just evolve into a Licky Licky once it learns its move of Rollout. Along with that, it can learn some really good moves like Power Whip and Rock Slide, making it a pretty good mixed attacker in that case. Keep in mind that its level up pool is pretty limited. So its level up moves are very limited. So yep, most amount of potential is going to be through TMs, like many Pokemon in this game. Oh, hey, Lickitung, how are you doing? I kind of did talk about Larvitar already, but Larvitar in this case has a monstrous attack stat when fully evolved and has really balanced stats everywhere else. It's just a really good Pokemon. Highly recommend trying to get it, like I am. In the Rocky Beach biome, weirdly you can get Slowbro there. Don't know why you would get it here now when you could have gotten the Slowpoke a long time ago, but hey, if you want to skip Slowpoke's evolution line, there you go, Slowbro is there. Nothing bad with it, it's just kind of here. Next up you have Doduo in the Rocky Beach. Doduo is surprisingly a good Pokemon. It's a fast normal flying type sweeper and can be a good powerhouse with the right stuff. Some must-haves for the Pokemon are Drill Peck and Return, but its move pool is very limited, so just be aware of that like most normal flying type Pokemon. But here's the thing. Tell me how the hell this thing can learn Fly. Seriously, why? It has no wings! As for the side thing too, for the Rocky Beach biome, you can also weirdly find Laprases here, so if you don't want to wait on Fridays to get a Lapras, there you go. In the Wasteland biome, you can find Kangaskhan. Oh yes, there's a bad there. I'll get into that in a second. I want this Larvitar, please, please, Larvitar, please. I want you to be on my team forever, buddy. I love you with all my... Okay, come on, man. At least stay in for the fight. Yeah. Look, man, you're gonna be a stupidly powerful Pokemon. I mean, you already are a stupidly powerful Pokemon. You have a really good typing. I really like you, and you have really good moves when you level up. Come on. See, the buttering. The buttering is, you really love the butter, man. Come on. This guy is really hard to catch, but man, please, I want you. Stop, just do the 2 shakes, please. I talk too much about buttering it up. So much for my luck. So, as I was getting back to what I was saying, in the Wasteland biome, like we saw before, you can get a Kangaskhan. One of the rarest and sought-after normal types, it is quite destructive. Learning ridiculous moves like Outrage, it can also take advantage of moves like Return and Earthquake. Earthquake from TMs. Highly recommended if you just want an overpowered normal type. It's tanky, it has a lot of attack. It's just really stupidly good. It is quite slow for what it is though, so be aware of that. But along with that, it can also get the ability of Scrappy, which allows it to hit ghost type moves with normal type moves. Or hit ghost types with normal type moves. That's what I'm trying to say. So, nothing can hide from this thing. Last few bit of Pokemon, we have the Savannah biome of Rhyhorn. There is easier ways of getting Rhyhorn in the future, but the earliest is here. It's a tanky rock ground type and becomes a physical tank and powerhouse. Like most ground types, it does learn the basic ground, Earthquake and Stone Edge. Weirdly enough, it can also get Mega Horn for some reason, so if you're gonna go up against a Psychic type, there you go. While its evolved form into Rhydon is great, it is unfortunately locked off from its fully evolved form of Rhyperior until post-game, because the item doesn't pop up until post-game. So, unless if you want to trade for somebody in Diamond and Pearl, you're gonna be stuck with Rhydon for a bit. Just don't get this thing with the ability of Lightning Rod. It already is immune to that. The Larvitar has returned once again. Come on, buddy. I have been through so many of your kind. You didn't even shake. Okay, look, man. I'll cut you a deal. You'll have a really good nickname. Okay, he did not care about that at all. Okay, and there he goes. God, okay. The last new Pokemon you can get within the Safari Zone at this point in the game is in the wetland area of Golduck. It's the evolved form of Psyduck, and it can only appear at nighttime here. Again, it's kind of just nice if you want to skip out on Psyduck's evolution, just go straight to Golduck. It's weirdly a good Pokemon. It learns a lot of different types of moves. Weirdly, it can learn Psychic, has a really good ability. Really nothing wrong to say about it. It's just middle-of-the-road good water type. I was really hoping I was going to get the Larvitar at this point, man. I'm not wanting to leave until I get this Larvitar, because it's not documented very well. It took me a while to even discover that you could get a Larvitar here. It's mostly known as a post-game Pokemon, so that's why I really want to get it. And it's rare that pops up as it is. It's just, I want this thing to show up, man. I really want it. You are not it. You are way bigger than a Larvitar. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip ahead until I find a Larvitar again and just hope to God I can catch it. Please let this be one. I think I might know what's happening. There's something I never talked about with the ability of Static before. If your Pokemon has the ability Static, it raises the likelihood of other Electric-type Pokemon popping up in the field. I think that's what's happening, because like I'm running into way more Magnetons than I have ever ran into in my life. So I'm going to swap the card. I'm hoping that it just increases the chance of a Larvitar popping up, because this thing is taking forever. It's been about 5 minutes since I last said anything, so I'm not stopping recording until I catch this thing, so we might be here for a while. Oh, hi, Lickitung. I don't want you. Leave me alone with your large tongue. Ever since I put away a Jag, I have not run into a Magneton. So, yeah, I think that's what it was. And I've been running into all the normal types, though. I've been running into Lickitungs, Rattatas, and Raticates, so, hopefully that just means that the move pool, or the encounter pool is just opened up a little bit. Hopefully it just makes it to where it's easier to find Larvitar. I really hope that this thing, if I do actually get it, has a good attack stat, because that's going to suck if it doesn't. Eradicates. Continuing the skipping. Okay. Well, in this case, the Queen has returned. Larvitar, please. I've been hunting for you for a while. I love it if you just be on my team. It'd be amazing times, amazing adventures await for us. You suck. Okay, the king in this case has returned. Come on, man. You're an awesome Pokemon. I just really want you to be with me. We can have awesome times together. We can eat pancakes. We could do... You don't like pancakes. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were a waffle guy. Okay, we can eat waffles at least. Okay, I guess you're more like a Ketchy in that case. Never talk about pancakes in front of you. Just come on. We can do amazing... Okay. Please don't run, please. Hello, buddy. Nice to see you again. Last time I pissed you off because I talked about food. So maybe you're just not hungry. Maybe you just don't want to talk about food, like, at all. So I won't talk about food. I'll talk about how you freaking ran away from me. Okay. You, ma'am, in this case, have made it to where this is the longest recording session of my entire history for this LP. I'm on like 44 minutes so far of runtime. You take so long to pop up too. There's gotta be some pity point. Okay. Please don't just do it. Please. It takes so long to try to find you. I have put in a lot of work just to find you, buddy. Let alone try to catch you. I'm that dedicated to you, buddy. Please. Yes! Never again. Never again do I want to freaking do that again, man. Okay, Larvitar, if it wasn't evident enough, is born deep underground. It can't emerge until it has entirely consumed the soil around it. This is the next member on our team. Henceforth, it will be named. And this one has a simple name of Dave. Dave, how do I explain this history with him? He doesn't stream or anything anymore, so I can't really suggest to go and watch his stuff. I mean, he has stuff, but anyways. He is the reason that I am able to do LPs to begin with. He's the one who gifted me the capture card to actually do my first LPs, and I've been using that same capture card ever since. He's the reason that this channel has got off from the ground and actually has somewhat of a small following. So, he's one of my best friends, and I love him most so dearly as a result of that, so thank you, Dave, for basically making this channel happen. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing this. I'll be sure to show this to him and hopefully make him feel good about it himself, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, thank you, Dave. Kind of ironic that it's the female version that's named Dave, but whatever. If you want to leave the Safari Zone whenever you want, you could just hit retire and leave. Now, if you're following along, I know those areas are randomized. What the hell do you want, Alfred? That took way too... They seem to always run away. Shut up, Alfred. This is the wrong time to tell me about that. Shut the hell up. I don't care if a damn Rattata runs away from you. I've had several Larvitar run away from me, man. Anyways. Now that that's done, and I have like 46 minutes on the damn run timer. I usually keep my recording sessions around like 30 minutes at most, so you have a mild nature with guts. So you're plus special minus defense. At least it's not minus physical attack. So the thing that's special with Dave as well is that she has the ability of Guts, and once she's fully evolved, it will turn into the ability of Sandstream. That's going to be something for later. And also, she just straight up comes with Rock Slide. So, that's awesome. Bad thing, though, is that, yeah, we're going to be only being able to carry one HM Slave on us at a time. I am just glad that's over. So much so, well, no, I'm going to wait till after recording to save, because that's a bad thing to do. So, a couple things I'm going to do off screen. One, Dave is going to be leveled up with everybody else, because she desperately needs it. Unless, either that, or she'll just be, like, right before she evolves, so that's what I'm going to do off screen. Right outside here is a really good grind spot, because you can actually find other Pokemon such as Tauros out here. For SoulSilver players, you can actually find Vulpix as well. Heart Cold, it's Growlithe. And Giraffe eggs actually give a ton of XP here, so there is that. That I will do off screen. Along with that, I will try to go and get a Waterstone off screen until we can take care of that last thing in the Ruins of Alph. So, next time on Pokemon SoulSilver, we'll be leaving the Safari Zone and making our way towards the west. Or, actually, no, it's the east. It is east. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.